And we got about 30 seconds, just under. So we are backstage right now getting ready for Ability MKE Now. We've got about 10 seconds till showtime, so stand by. Welcome to Ability MKE Now. My name is Sue Roskoff. Ability MKE Now is a show all about integration, bringing people with disabilities and people that don't have a disability together, enjoying life here in the Milwaukee area. We all have different abilities. And here at Ability MKE Now, we dive into this topic of diverse abilities. The concept of disability hits a wide range of possibilities. We could be talking about physical or mental disabilities, the deaf and hard of hearing community, blindness, chronic pain, mental health diagnosis, goals of substance use reduction, and the list goes on. We all have our own experience with disability, whether it's our own, with people we know, or with people we encounter in our daily lives. Here at Ability MKE Now, we break down the barriers and celebrate the ability in all of us. We have a lot going on in our little corner of the world this week. And one thing that makes me so happy is to have a good friend actually joining us on the show tonight. Ben Rusk is somebody that we've gotten to know quite a bit over, gosh, it hasn't actually been all that long. I think it was maybe around Thanksgiving time that we first really connected, but it's been an amazing time here. Ben Rusk lives in Virginia Beach, Virginia. He enjoys helping people all over the world look for treasure and end up with gold and silver. He speaks to business groups every week on topics of gold and silver, wealth, and having enough money to live the rest of your life. He is a great friend and does a lot of good things for a lot of good people. And Ben, so glad to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
So, you want to dive in a little bit more about who you all are and what brought you here tonight with us here with Ability MKE Now?
Absolutely. So, yes, we are definitely looking to help people all over the world protect their life savings with gold and silver. Got into this about 5 years ago because I was, not necessarily comfortable with where my retirement account was sitting at the time. And I came across an opportunity to move it all into a gold-backed IRA. And at the time, gold was down a little bit from where it is today. And today, gold has doubled from where it was. And it was just the right move for me at the right time. And now I teach other people how to make a similar move and how the world of gold and silver can impact them in a positive way moving forward.
Yeah, and it's something that at least my experience, I don't hear about that all that often. So when that topic first comes up and it's like backed by gold and what? Wait, what? That's a thing? I mean, do you hear that often? Like, is this a real thing?
Absolutely. We're hearing it all the time because people think that gold and silver is just out of their reach. We make it very simple and very uncomplicated. Um, back in the day when we used to have vacation funds and layaways, you used to get to buy things over time on payments. Well, we've done the same thing with gold and silver. Now you can buy an ounce of gold or an ounce of silver on payments. That payment could be as little as $1 a week or $1 a month or up to whatever your budget can afford. So now gold and silver is no longer out of reach of a average person that wants to acquire it.
And that whole idea of diversity, I know we usually have another topic of diversity here with differing abilities, but this applies to everybody because we all need to take care of our finances. We all need to be responsible with what we have and hope that we can get our whatever we have, get it to grow and hopefully someday retire and be able to enjoy what we've all accumulated. So that's where having different ideas of what we can do and being educated on what that means and how to do it, that's really important.
And, I had a very unique experience this week, and I'll share it with your audience. I've been speaking to people in other countries, and to hear the struggles of them and what they have to go through in these countries and what little they get to live on, it's really shocking for those of us here in the USA, right? And when I was able to help this person understand that while they live in this country, it doesn't necessarily mean you need to do business in that country. So when I explained the concept that the person could reach out to people in other countries where people are better off, that they would be more likely to want to buy gold and silver. The idea of that concept just lit this person up. So our ability to help people in struggling countries and struggling economies is really what brings me great joy of doing what I do every day.
Awesome, because that's truly making a difference in somebody's life and opening doors of possibility that they never even knew existed.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I know another connecting point that we have, I know we've been working a bit with Project Die Hard, and I know those that have been listeners here know that I'm an ambassador with Project Die Hard, which is a veteran organization. And I know you yourself have served. I wonder if you want to share just a little bit of your background and your connection with all of that as well?
Absolutely. So, um, I spent 9.5 years in the Air Force. Um, I had a son that also served in the Air Force, and through Project Die Hard, when we get the funds raised, Brian has suggested that we can name the forward base here in Virginia after my son, and that will be a great honor when that day comes.
And so looking forward to that. We are in the midst of a lot of growth right now. We have, it just so happens this coming Saturday, there's a telethon taking place. So Project Die Hard is one of four organizations basically that are contributing their time and efforts and bringing people to the table to participate and be entertaining and informative and edutainment, all the things. And we actually get to be on from 1 to 3 on Saturday with this event. And I know, Ben, you're blessing us with your time on Saturday as well to participate and share and it's going to be amazing. If anybody is curious about details of that, I'm happy to share that out in anywhere and everywhere. So my email address is susan@projectdiehard.org. And any questions about the mission that we're on and the veterans that we're trying to help, again, susan@projectdiehard.org is the best way to be back in touch with me and find out more. But actually, even what we've all done here with River West has been really this launching grounds for where we've all gone with podcasting and with what we've been doing with Project Die Hard and helping them get the word out of what they're doing and leading to where we are right now, where we're going to have a telethon on Saturday,
Right?
which in some ways kind of blows my mind yet, because what I'm real curious about in the end is not only the funds that are going to be raised, but what is the reach going to be? How many people are going to hear the message of what our veterans need, what's out there, and how we need to keep our vets in mind? And there's a lot there. There's so many things to unpack within that.
Absolutely. And I've been pushing out the flyers on all my social media channels to get as many eyes on the telethon as possible. I hope, I know it's going to be a great success.
And a lot of fun. The entertainment that I've been hearing that's going to be from the LA portion. So Los Angeles has the tail end of the programming, and they've got some big names that are going to be on there. I know the guy who is the guy, the gentleman, he's become a friend at this point. The drummer for the band The Sweet is actually right in the middle of all of what's all happening and is if it wasn't for what he has done, this would not be happening. So he's been a key component in all of this. And obviously, being part of a band of that nature, he's got all sorts of friends in that whole realm and has gotten a lot of participation, and we've only gotten just some little teases at this point. So I'm excited to see who's all going to be there, what they've all got for the entertainment piece. And I know they also said they even have some high-ranking military folks as well that are going to be coming and speaking as well. So there's a lot to learn, a lot to have fun with. I know on our segment we have actually many people who've been here with us on River West. Is they're going to be also participating on Saturday, and even a cooking demo. We've got a cooking demo in our section. So
Nice.
it's going to be a lot of fun. So, well, I do want to go back to talking about gold and silver.
Okay.
Now, with that, what is the biggest confusing point do you think that people have, or biggest hesitation of why they look at this and say, wait a second, wait, what? What is there's a hurdle there to get past because people are used to dollars and cents and their traditional IRA kind of things. What pieces would be helpful to really get your head wrapped around to understand this?
Well, I tell people, look, 5 years ago, you could have put $1,000 in the bank, $1,000 into gold, or $1,000 into silver. Today, the $1,000 in your bank account would be worth $760. The value in your gold account would be worth about $1,900. And the value in your silver account would be over $2,000. That is the difference of holding your money in traditional currency, like the dollar bill, versus holding your money in an asset that's going to appreciate or at least stay in step with inflation, right? So think about, when you have something of value and you sell it, the only reason you would liquidate it is because you need to purchase something you otherwise can't afford. So if we can have your money back into your bank account within 24 to 48 hours, why would you hold your money in cash and allow the bank to use your money to make 26% interest and then only pay you 3% interest
At best.
at
Yep.
best, versus holding your money in a gold or silver account and be the one making growing your wealth for a time when you need it and you need to liquidate it and you know how long it's going to take to get your hands on those funds because we can deliver in that time period, right? So that's just a little example of what holding gold and silver versus holding cash is doing for your financial situation in today's economy.
And there's a fun component to this as well. I know some of the coins and some of there's collectible pieces here. You want to just tell us a bit about that?
So I'm very happy to talk about our collectible coins. I have a number of sets and I have different reasons for collecting different sets. One of my favorite sets is our Statue of Liberty set, and I have a tie to that because as a kid I lived in New Jersey and I was actually taken all the way up to the crown where the spikes are in the Statue of Liberty, and I looked out those windows. And the person that took me there was my grandmother, which makes it a very sentimental trip. Again, growing up in the East Coast in the Philadelphia area, I went to the Franklin Institute. So I have a Ben Franklin collection. It's six coins representing his life, a 1 ounce, a 2 ounce representing the two buildings that he built, and the 5 ounce coin is his memorial. So it's a really cool collection and my namesake. So I really like that collection. And I have many other collections I could talk about. But my favorite coin to date has got to be, and I know you can't see it on the radio here, but we can now mint any picture that you can upload from your phone, and we can mint it right directly on a silver coin. And the coin that I'm holding here is my grandson, whose picture is now indelibly embossed on an ounce of silver. So it's a really cool coin to have in my pocket and show people. It's something nicer than a picture on your cell phone, right? It's actually got sentimental value and intrinsic value at the same time.
And it really is beautiful. I know I've gotten to see it, and the quality is amazing. It's a gorgeous picture, and who would ever have thought that you could have something like that on a coin?
Right,
It's amazing. I know when I was a kid, my one of the things that my grandparents always did was we at Christmas time, we didn't just get a gift. We actually got an envelope that would have like five Susan B. Anthony
right.
dollars or
Yep,
something specific like that, where it was or a $2 bill, something unique currency wise. That
right,
was tradition when I was a kid, and I still have those. Those
right,
did not get spent. I kept them that and I'm seeing the picture on the coin thinking, oh my gosh, how
right.
amazingly cool is that?
And think about it. You could do school photos, 12 different coins. You could do birthdays. That's an every year gift. I know a lot of our military members listening might even think about creating their very own challenge coin, right? So there's all kinds of ideas that you could. We've even been talking to some people about that award trophies for different events. How cool would it be to create a first, second, and third place trophy on an ounce of silver? So these
Oh,
are things that could be displayed, and people would have not only sentimental value from the event, but it holds intrinsic value as well. It's like having an Olympic medal.
amazing. I absolutely love it. Oh, and this is one of those things I'm intrigued by all the pieces. I've seen a lot of what the coins look like and gorgeous. All the things, there's so much fun. So before we get too far in, I do want to give a chance for our other guest to be joining us here. A friend that has been a friend for a very long time. We've got Marianne of Waikiki joining us, actsofkindnessseries.com. Marianne, come on in. How are you doing?
Well, aloha, Milwaukee, and happy summer. And we are excited to share the Veterans First Initiative telethon with Jay Stoyan this Saturday. And I won Awesome Grant Foundation Award, and we hired Jay Stoyan and persons with disabilities with 32 million subscribers out of Toronto in USA. I got to be interviewed, Sue, for the Acts of Kindness series books. And we gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind a water unit. And my second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully. So this Saturday, I am offering a free ebook download of our first book. It's called Underwater Acts of Kindness, and it features the general of the New Earth Army who recruits Noah, the hard of hearing whale, to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. So we want to give a big shout out to all the military moms and dads. We have a half a billion million moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So these are educational tools, learning basic sign language, ASL, finger spelling, alphabet. The series is Ocean Cleanup, Anti-Bullying, and Climate Change for Liam McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation. And Sunday, Sue, is World Ocean Day, and that is with the ocean cleanup. So our first book is dedicated to Boynton Slat, and we are creating a flyer for that to give another free day ebook download of Underwater Acts of Kindness. So that's 2 days, Sue, that we're offering this book for two special occasions for veterans families, hearing loss awareness, persons with disabilities, and um, I got a call coming in, and also with World Ocean Day, and being of service to help clean up this planet with plastics and garbage and making this a safer, cleaner environment. And the good news too is all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of the books from donorschoose.org. That's donorschoose.org. So summer fun reading, teachers can apply. You just need to put your teacher ID. I had a special education teacher in Hawaii request 50 books, and she was funded in 2 weeks. And they read the books, and I went out and visited them with the sign language and the puppets. So we need to get the words out. So anti-bullying, climate change, and yeah, it's great fun, great summer fun. So I'm going to be going now. I have a question to roll over here. I got my captain on the way. They want to know what I'm wearing. Well, I'm wearing blue, ocean blue today, so I'm a sailor. Ben, is it Ben?
Yep.
And I have safety deposit box with my bank, and but how would, and I'm traveling, sailing in foreign waters, and I'm in a foreign country. How do would I want to invest in gold? And how, I mean, do you send the coins to my post office box? I mean, where do I put those coins? I'm a traveling sailor. And
Well, we have,
and that's a treasure chest in itself. And I want to make some gold. I want
right?
some bling, man. Yes, I'm a Leo. I'm wearing gold tonight, and I need more gold in my portfolio. I'm a Leo.
All
Talk to
right.
me.
Well, we have the perfect solution for you. Not only do we allow you to buy gold and silver for as little as $1 at a time, we also have a vault that we can store it in for you. And whether you get either one of our two memberships, we can either store $1,000 or $50,000 worth of gold and silver at no storage fees. So there's your treasure chest waiting for you to fill it, and we will protect it for you until you wish to take possession or liquidate.
Pretty simple answer, and I love because I'm sure many people have that exact same question of how do you go about that? So that perfect
Right.
question.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I look forward to connecting with you. So August 8th is my birthday. Let's set up a we created an Acts of Kindness Trust Fund with Dr. Liddy. I know she's been involved with gold and silver as well, but I'm ready to make some future changes. And with Leon opening up these island earth, my arms are open to an abundance of unlimited abundance. So
Right.
let's put it into gold and silver. Let's see it work, because I'm down here in San Carlos, and the pesos, we're at 19 points. So that helped me in other financial blessing ways of, getting dental work done, eyelid surgery done. So, those things all add up. I want to say later in life. So it's good to know that you can make money with your gold and silver for future, cosmetic fun.
Future emergencies.
Or emergencies too. You never
Yeah.
know. You never
Yeah.
know
We
when you
talk.
could be you pirated out there in the seas. But anyway, we don't want that to
Right.
happen. So again, Underwater Acts of Kindness is out there. I got Captain Day coming to pick me up, and Kathleen Crew. We're gonna go out. Thank you so much, Sue. Have a great night. Aloha. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. Acts of Kindness series.com. Oh, and it's also on Audible too. So 2 days of underwater acts of kindness to download for free. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. So good to see you, Marianne. Always a pleasure to hear all the updates and all of the fun adventures that she gets to go on with everybody and going out on the going out with the captain on the sea is it just kind of sounds like a dream come true, doesn't it? That's
Right.
amazing. Excellent. And that is, I think, what a lot of people are going to be wondering about in the future here with uh what's the practical piece of this? How do I go about this? So there is information available. So if this has piqued an interest and if anyone has questions and wants to learn more about what it is that Ben's been talking about, is there a website that has more information?
Absolutely. You can go to silvergoldlegacy.com.
Super easy. Silvergoldlegacy.com. And that is a treasure trove of, of information for that. And, actually, I'm just thinking back. It was very recent here that I saw you with an actual brick, a brick of silver in your hand. What is it like to actually have something like that physical that you can hang on to? Because I've never done that. I've had coins in my hand, but not just straight up silver and gold like what you are describing. What, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. Well, I was fortunate enough to have won a contest that our company offers. And for anybody in their first 90 days that reaches the rank of silver, you get awarded a 100-ounce silver bar. And that 100-ounce silver bar is 7.5 pounds of silver. So it is very heavy. It is no joke, and it is quite an accomplishment for those that have earned them to know what they had to do to go to be awarded that silver bar. And this year there were two people awarded, and I was one of them. And it was a great experience to be united with a fellow entrepreneur that we both know the effort that we had to put into this to make that happen. So it was a lot of fun, and we can teach others how to do the same. Just let me know that you're interested in that, and I'd be happy to develop a strategy that'll work for you, just as it worked for me.
Awesome. I love it because that was the kind of event I'm assuming where you got to like walk across the stage and receive.
Absolutely.
Oh, that those are the best. That is the best feeling when you know you've done something, you've done something good. You've helped people, you've helped yourself. It was a
Right.
win-win-win all the way around.
Right. Yeah, we're always looking for those triple wins, right? It doesn't matter if you won it if you didn't help anybody else. So the beautiful part is that other people who contributed to my success are off and running and protecting their future and able to leave a legacy in their life as well.
I love it. Well, and do you have, I know we're coming up towards the end here, but I'm curious if you have any stories that you'd like to share, anything, a success story or a feel-good story of people that you've encountered along the way.
Well, we don't have enough time to cover them all. There's so many. Um, people just protecting their retirements. I mean, that's my specialty is getting people to, roll over a stock market retirement account into a gold-backed IRA. There's no penalties to make that transition. And you get to experience what it's like to have your wealth in a tangible asset where you can watch every day where it's going. With the stock market, you're not sure. Things can be manipulated one way or another, and for all kinds of reasons. And we're not experts in it. That's why we put our money there and we just do what we're told. But when you take control and you take possession of your money and it's actually holding it in your hand, or you know that you're only a couple steps away from liquidating and having it dropped into your account, it's so much nicer of a feeling to know that you're finally in control of your future.
Amazing. I love it. And one last question as far as that telethon. I know I haven't actually said today's date. Today is June 6th, 2025. So that telethon is coming up on June 7th, 2025. What are you most looking forward to with that telethon?
I'm looking to make a special offer to your listening audience and the guests that watch us on that day. I'm willing to put it on the line and say that I will add $20 worth of gold to your account. Uh, should you be interested in learning more about what we have to offer? So it's an instant $20 gold pay for those that take advantage of the offer on Saturday.
Amazing. I love it. I love what you're all doing and how many people you have helped already and those that will still get the benefit of that. We've been talking about goldsilverlegacy.com and all the great things
It's
that are coming.
Silver Gold
So
Legacy.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at it and I said it backwards. Silvergoldlegacy.com. Thank you for correcting me. And we are talking with Ben Rusk, who, again, such a great friend. Thank you so, so much for joining us here with Ability MKE Now. It's been awesome. And as always, we thank you.